Welcome back to the Beginner Bladesmith series. This is episode number 2. So in today's video, we are going to be covering some forging. We're not going to be doing a knife. That's for the next episode. But today we'll be forging a hook. The hooks are very useful. I have a few back here to hold my belts. But they're very useful. They're a good fun project, and it's going to get you learning tapers because it's going to get from being bigger to smaller. You'll learn how to bend the metal and just generally how the metal moves. We will be using a piece of rebar. I'm using a longer piece so I don't have to use tongs through most of it. And you don't have to use tongs through any of it if you don't want to. I will be using tongs later in the video, but when I get the end of the hook forged, I'm going to cut it off and I'll be using a pair of tongs, but you don't need them. It just makes it a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and get the forge lit, and I will cover how to make this hook and some skills that you will be building along the way. So in this step, we're just going to be hitting it a few times, turning it, hitting it. You all should also be lifting the hammer with your shoulder. So if I get down here, you can't do your elbow from here. You got to do your shoulder. So picture your shoulder is the one that's doing the work. Your elbow is still going to be bent, but your shoulder is doing the work. We have the taper completely done here. It tapers to a nice fine point. We will bend this over, but not currently. We are going to start working this area, and this is going to be the area of the hook where you would have your holes to attach to the wall. So we are going to square it off, and then we're going to flatten it out. We are using the peen of the hammer now. I'm just trying to widen this material out at the top of where the hook's going to be. We are just going to clean up the end here. I don't like how it's just straight cut, so we're gonna work these corners over. And another thing you can do is put the tongs up against you when you're hitting. We're gonna do the little twirl on the end. So the side you want to be the back of your hook, you want to bend this down. So we got it started to bend up. We're gonna come to the other side, flip it, and just kind of caress it over a little bit. Just nice little taps. I want you all to know that we have a little bucket of water off the side. We're gonna dip the very end of this in so that will not bend. So let's go ahead and get it on the horn or anything. You can do it back here as well. I'm just using the horn since I have it. So we got this started to bend. We're gonna go ahead and just take it up a little bit. I kind of want this to bend a little bit more. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and grab it and just give it a few hits. And I think that looks pretty good. Okay, we have our project done. It's up on the wall. It is being used to hang our apron. So it's useful, and we learn a lot of skills. We learn to taper, we learn to bend and move metal, and we also learn to do scrolling, at least a little bit. This is a very simple hook though. So
it ties into our next project directly, which is one reason why I chose this project for you guys. So the next project we're going to be doing is a blacksmith's knife. And as you guys can tell, everything on this side of the knife, you've already done in the hook. You've done the tapering, you've done some bending, and you've also done the little scroll. So you guys have half of the knife already done, skill-wise. So the hard part, which isn't very hard, it's just drawing it out, getting your shape, and beveling. This one is not finished. This will not be the knife we're going to be forging in the video. It's just one I have readily available. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in episode number 3 to forge our first knife. Thank you.